You're watching Let's Chat.
There is always something new at the Tennessee Aquarium, always something new next door at the IMAX Theater, and our friend Tom Benson is here to talk about both of those great places. Tom Benson, good morning.
Hey, Chip, how are you?
Doing quite well. I don't know where we start, Tom. You want to start at the aquarium or do you want to start at the IMAX? You pick.
Okay, well, let's start at IMAX because we're really happy to have 3 new feature-length films that are going to be appearing on our giant screen starting Thursday, September 30th with Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage.
You got to love that title. Give us the 30-second synopsis on Let There Be Carnage.
Okay, so let's pretend that Chip Chapman is somehow infected by an alien parasite that gave you amazing and sometimes violent superpowers.
That could be
cool,
real,
huh?
Tom. That doesn't have to, that could be a real thing. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so Venom is sort of Spider-Man's villain, and Venom is a reporter who, again, is infected by this space alien that gives him these weird powers and sometimes turns a little destructive, and he infects another human being, which happens to be played by Woody Harrelson, and that is, Carnage. And so there's just a really fun series of events that happen in this storyline unfolds on the giant screen. I don't want to be a spoiler here on today's show, but suffice it to say, it's Marvel, and it's going to be a great film.
All right, let's move ahead to our next feature film, which they left you and I out of when they were doing the casting for James Bond. No Time to Die. You guys are going to be showing this, and I've talked to a few people who have seen this already, and they're saying it is the best Bond movie in decades.
Wow, that's great that somebody got a sneak preview, because this is actually going to debut on our screen before it rolls out officially across the country. That'll be on October 6th. And one of the cool things about No Time to Die is it was actually shot with IMAX cameras, and the same thing for another film that we'll talk about in a minute. And that gives you this expanded aspect ratio to fill more of that giant 6-story screen with the action sequences. So James Bond films, always wildly popular with a lot of folks, but certainly all of the action that you expect in a Bond film will really come to life on our giant 6-story screen in the Tennessee Aquarium IMAX Theater.
You and I have had this discussion before, Tom. Some movies, it's okay if you watch them at home. It doesn't matter if you've got a small TV or you've got a whole media room at your home. But there are some movies you need to see, not just on the big screen, but on the IMAX big screen. And No Time to Die, the latest James Bond film, is one of those movies.
Yeah, you can watch a lot of video on one of these, but it really takes a giant screen to provide that immersive experience. And certainly the IMAX with laser projection system that we have here brings those colors out, and the 12-channel audio with speakers in the ceiling, that surround sound really places you in the action and makes it a very immersive experience.
I was going to say the audio at the IMAX Theater, absolutely second to none. All right, only a few seconds left. Coming up later in October, it is Dune.
Yeah, the 21st through the 31st is Frank Herbert's novel, Dune, coming to the giant screen in a brand new film that, again, was shot with IMAX cameras. And the director really was thinking about this project being seen in IMAX. And so it's going to be just amazing. There's a lot of science fiction fans that have read the novel that are super excited about this film. And I think even if you haven't read the book, this is one of those films that you can come to the theater and just kind of escape and enjoy a very dramatic story that needs a giant canvas, if you will, to immerse yourself in the experience.
And there are a lot of movie critics and a lot of literary critics who have labeled Frank Herbert as one of the founding fathers of modern science fiction. So anyway, all right, Tom, we have got to run. Always something new at the IMAX Theater, something new at the aquarium, and it's always good to see you. And Tom, the invitation is now open. Next time we talk, we want you here in person in the studio with us, and bring some tickets to go see one of the movies. All right?
All right, we'll do that.
All right, Tom, always a pleasure. Stick around. We have got much more when we return.